Groovy.
So maybe just, I mean, I know we could talk a little bit about audio from an audio direction. How are we different from Origins?
From Origins.
Yeah.
Basically, what we want to do is actually have a more focused approach to the audio. Have more motifs that kind of go with the story. Create a more, I guess, basically support the story more and support the new art style, which is a lot more focused.
Right.
A lot different. So yeah, basically we're gonna have one of the motifs we're using is we're gonna have a lot of metal stuff. So you'll hear a lot of rings in the magic, a lot more ringing in the sword. So each basically weapon will have more signature sound to it, and sound more interesting basically.
Right.
So. Yeah.
Identify what's going on by the sound alone.
Exactly, and yeah, basically support what you're seeing and what the story is about.
Right. So this is Nick Thornborough. He's one of the 2D artists, and he's just going to show us a little bit of what he's working on in terms of those 2D animatics, and hopefully doesn't reveal too much. But
so yeah, the tapestry styles, all the artwork's done in Photoshop, and then it all gets animated by our animators afterwards. So this is, I guess they saw the first sequence.
They did, yeah.
Okay. So this is the Photoshop file that houses all the elements that you saw in that. So they're all broken up into like hundreds of teeny tiny layers that the animators can manipulate. So that's the full thing. Get a sense of the scale. So that's about the size of the screen. Where it actually animates. Moves across like that. Yeah.
And what we're working on right now is enemy archetypes. In order to have a bit more vibrant encounters in Dragon Age 2, is we want to have the enemies behave in distinct manners depending on what their archetype is. So I've got a combat encounter here set up with a couple of different ones. There's our base trooper archetype, which you've seen in some of our demos with the Hurlocks. They just go and attack you, and they use all their abilities whenever they can. We've got other types. We've got an assassin, who you can see here moving about. He is disappearing, he's going into stealth, and he's going to come in and attack me out of the blue, and then he'll go back into stealth. So it gives the player more interesting scenarios that they have to develop tactics for. And then as you progress, we're going to layer on more difficulties to allow you to force you to adapt to have new and better tactics. Also here we have another of our archetypes, which is Devastator. He's still being fleshed out right now. Right now, I've just got him teleporting around the battlefield for a different field, but he's going to be a full, robust archetype once we're done as well.
Yeah, so originally this animation here was intended to be played on a surface that was kind of beveled, like convex upwards. And so you can see that the wing here is penetrating through the ground, so I'm just making adjustments. You can see on the left wing already, it's got the same motion, but it's just above ground now, so just making minor tweaks.